I'm just going to make a little windshield for my portable alcohol stove. And what I've done is I've gone to the $2 shop and I've just bought one of these aluminium bake trays for $1.50 or something. Fairly cheap to make. So what we do is we're going to cut the bottom out of this about a centimetre or so from the edge of the rim. It's not that crucial, but it just gives you a little bit of extra material that you can fold down to make the top edge of your wind guard a little bit more rigid. So I'm going to just use a pen knife as my tool and a pair of scissors. So we get our pen knife out and very carefully we find one of those ridges that we're happy with and we just cut all the way around. It's not that hard to cut, it's very simple. The beauty of this as a windshield, of course, is that it's light because it's aluminium, and when it does wear out eventually or you're not happy with it anymore, you can make another one. But you know, being as it's fairly stiff aluminium, this tray, because you're meant to be able to bake in it, it should last you quite a while. And the thing with these portable stoves is they're great, they burn very hot, but if there's any wind they can be blown out or they just don't work. So that's that done. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll it. I'm going to fold it twice, so fold it once and then fold it again to make a nice rigid top edge. So I'm just folding the first time all the way around the edge, and then I'm going to fold it in again. So all the way around to make a nice little rounded edge, to take that roughness off the edge. That's done once, and then I'm just going to fold it in again a second time. Let's fold it in a second time. Now if you really wanted to, you could run a rolling pin over the top of that seam and make it really flat. I'm not that fussy. Then I'm just going to get my scissors and cut it at a certain point. And then I'm going to take that edge, this edge here, and I'm just going to once again give it a little roll so it's not so sharp. It's not razor sharp or anything, but it's nice to have a nice edge on it that's not going to cut you or cause you any issues. I'm going to do the same on the other edge that I cut. And there you have it. Now, depending on the size of the pot that you've got on, I would take my trusty alcohol stove that I've got here, and I would place it on the table. I'll just give you a better view of this. Obviously, if I was at a campsite, I'd make sure that this was on a rock or there wasn't any incombustible material nearby. And then you're going to fold this up so that it's the correct size, so it shields the pot without actually touching the pot. So we put a pot on our stove, and then what I'll do is I'll pull this, overlap it more, and I'll show you how I fasten at the end. I just got to put the camera down to do that. And there, folks, you have it, a very, very simple windshield. You could probably pull it in even snugger to the pot, and how I fastened it was just one of these bulldog clips. So that's definitely going to do the trick. Design here that I have on my website, so you just have to click on the link, and I'll show you where the site that gives really clear instructions as to how to construct this design is. I think it works really, really well. My biggest thing that I'm happy about is the fact that the two sections don't remain together, so you can actually separate the two sections out. And the beauty of that, of course, is that once you take that crimp section out, you can actually take your methylated spirits and you can put it back in the bottle once it's cooled down, obviously not when it's ignited. And then when you want to put the two sections back together again, if you've built it well enough, which I probably haven't, you should be able to just slide them together quite easily and reconstruct the stove. So yeah, definitely I think a better design. Another thing with this design is it appears to, I think it's a lot easier to ignite the, it's going to make a liar of me now. Yeah, that's already lit, so it actually lights easier, and then once it starts up, as you can see there, it sizzles away. A capillary action between the inside and outside wall gets it really bubbling away quickly, and then of course you can just pop your pot on and away it goes. Windscreen's working. That pot should boil in very quick order.